So in the last video, I went over some basics about how to approach holds. I talked a lot about identifying the positive side of the hold and pulling against it. So what do you do when a hold has no positive sides? That's right, I'm talking about the dreaded sloper. Slopers are often feared amongst climbers. They have no edges on which to crimp, and the slightest mistake when handling one can send you veering off your route. Well, I'm here to tell you they're not that bad if you can keep a few key concepts in mind. Slopers are very different than most other types of holds. The name of the game with slopers is friction. Since there's nowhere to bite down and crimp, you need to make the most out of the friction you can generate. To do this, make sure as much of your hand is making contact with the hold as possible. Every inch of skin touching the hold is adding to the friction needed to keep you on. Even though there may not be an obvious positive side of a sloper, you still want to position yourself as if there was one. Imagine that wherever you settle your hand on the hold is now the best part of it, and situate your body accordingly. Most times this means getting low, and I mean really low. Doing this will drive more of your hand into the hold and get your center of gravity directly below it. The farther out your hips are, the less your hand can touch the hold. When moving to a sloper, you want to avoid any fast, dynamic movement. Since positioning is so delicate, you want to make sure that you're landing in the exact spot you need to be. A common mistake I see is climbers starting their movement to the sloper with their hips pinned into the wall. The problem with this is that if you start your movement with your hips in, it is extremely hard to keep them in throughout the entire movement up to the hold. It's actually usually better to start with them slightly out, so that the natural path of your center of gravity ends close to the wall, right where you want it to be. Next video, we'll be going over some new types of holds, so make sure not to miss it.